That's funny. Okay. Welcome everybody back to pre-break review. This one is for algebra. This should be about the 4th page in your packet if you're following along in class. If you're just online looking for extra help in how to solve one-step equations, hopefully this video can help you do a little bit better. So I'm going to jump right into this. This is taken from Kuta Software Online. You can Google Kuta Software, you will find this, and under one-step equations with integers in the algebra or pre-algebra section. Okay, number 1 is v minus 10 is equal to negative 9. So I'm going to review the equation rules and steps as we go through. I'm going to do 4 examples for you today to show you the 4 different types of examples. So here on number 1, I always like to say put a box around your variables so you know what you're trying to solve for. So the variable v, you're trying to isolate v to be on its own on one side of the equation or equal sign. And we need to get rid of everything that is with v in order for it to be isolated. So what it shows here is a minus 10 or a negative 10 is there with the v, so I have to do the inverse operation, which is the opposite of what you see. So the opposite of negative or minus is plus. So that means I'm going to add 10 so that I can cancel out those terms. Whatever I do to one side, I also want to do the exact same thing to the other side. So I'm going to also add 10 to this side of the equal sign. These cancel out because down 10, up 10 leaves you right back to 0. You have nothing left. And here we have negative 9 plus 10. Well, negative 9 plus 10 is going to leave me with a positive 1. So v equals positive 1. The way you can check your answer is you can put in 1 for the variable. 1 minus 10 equals negative 9. Is that true? Yes. If your answer is true, that means you got it right. So this is called the addition property of equality because we added on both of the sides. Okay? Let's find another example here. So that one had the addition property of equality, and I want to go and find one now that will have the subtraction property of equality. Let me scroll down the page. And I am not finding any. So it kind of looks like all of these are going to be, I'm going to use this one way down on number 18. I don't think you're going to have that one on your page. That's also going to be addition property. Yeah, lucky for you. This is the addition property on everyone. So here's the subtraction property is on number 22. So I'm going to do that one quickly. You will not find any more like this on your paper. So here the variable is k that I want to solve for. So that's what I want to have isolated is k. And what is with k that needs to go is a plus 1. So again, I have to use the inverse operation or opposite to minus 1. Plus 1 minus 1 cancels out. But whatever I did on one side, I also have to do on the other side. So negative 27 minus 1, well that's 2 negatives going together, stay in the negative direction, will give me negative 28. This one is called the subtraction property of equality because I subtracted from both sides to keep the equation in balance or equal as I was doing my work. Okay, so back up to the top of the page where you have more problems to work on. Here we go. So we've talked about the subtraction property of equality and the addition property of equality. We've completed number 1. Now I want to go on to number 4. Number 4 involves a multiplication property of equality. So that gives us a hint of what we're going to be doing first. Hi! So we are here with x, and it says x is being divided by 5. So the common theme is we always have to do the inverse operation, and the opposite of divide is multiply. So I'm going to divide by 5 on the left, and also divide by 5 on the right. These cancel out, and I have left x equals, and 2 times 5 here is the math problem I'm left with. 2 times 5 is the number 10. I could check my work by going back and putting 10 up here. 10 divided by 5 is 2, and that's true. So I know my answer is correct. So that one was using multiplication on each side, the multiplication property of equality. And finally on number 6, this is the last type that you will see. This one here is a negative 13m equals negative 377. So what you do with that is you're going to say, okay, you have m is being times by negative 13. Again, inverse operation, or the opposite of times, is divide. And so I'm going to divide both the sides, because whatever we do on one side, remember we must do on the other side. Those cancel out, and we have m equals, and now we have two negatives. A negative divided by a negative is going to be a positive answer, so I don't have to worry about that. So I'll take 377 divided by 13 in my calculator, because it's quick to do the math that way, and that will give me the answer of 29. So I used division on both of these, which gave me the division property of equality. So that's when you have one-step equations. You're just going to do the opposite of what you see there on both sides to solve for your answer. So try your best on this page. Again, you can find the link by going to, in the description below, copy and paste to find the link to this page. Try your best, and good luck.